What happened when my burst inconvenienced appendix the mother who expected my kidney? You're being selfish, my brother Dominic said, standing in my hospital room 12 hours after my emergency surgery. Mom needs that kidney more than you need your appendix removed. I stared at him through the morphine haze, trying to process that my 35-year-old brother had just compared my burst appendix to our mother's kidney disease, which she'd given herself through 40 years of untreated diabetes and refusing medical advice. I almost died, I said quietly. But you didn't, and now you've traumatized Mom by making this all about you. She had to cancel her nail appointment to come here. That was it. Lying there with surgical staples holding me together, listening to my brother explain why my near-death experience was an inconvenience to our mother's manicure schedule. That was when enough became enough. Let me explain our family dynamic. Mom has had diabetes since she was 30. Type 2, completely manageable, except she refused to manage it. She'd been warned for 20 years that her kidneys would fail if she didn't change. Doctors don't know everything, she'd say, eating her third piece of cake. Dominic enabled it. He'd bring her fast food during hospital stays, sneak candy to her during restrictive medical diets, and rage at doctors who suggested lifestyle changes. Meanwhile, I was the family nurse. Not professionally, just the daughter who handled every crisis. I scheduled appointments she wouldn't attend, filled prescriptions she wouldn't take, and paid for specialists she wouldn't listen to. I spent my 20s managing her self-destruction while she complained I was controlling and joyless. If you smiled more and worried less, she'd say, maybe you'd have a life of your own. I did have a life. A career in engineering, a mortgage I paid alone, friends who actually respected boundaries. But every achievement got minimized because I wasn't fun enough while achieving it. 3 months before my appendix burst, Mom's kidneys finally failed. Decades of warnings became reality. Suddenly, everyone cared about health, specifically my health, and whether my organs were available. You're a match, Dominic informed me like I'd won a lottery I hadn't entered. I know, the doctors told me. So when are you scheduling the donation? I'm not. The family explosion was nuclear. How could I be so selfish? So cruel. Didn't I love my mother? Dominic called me a monster. Mom's sisters called me ungrateful. Mom herself just sighed dramatically and said, I knew you'd abandon me. You never did have a warm heart. The guilt campaign was relentless. Daily calls about how dialysis was killing her. It wasn't. Photos of her looking frail, with full makeup. Dominic's children left voicemails about how they wanted grandma to live. But I held firm. You can't give a kidney to someone who destroyed 2 of their own and won't follow post-transplant protocols. The anti-rejection medications require strict compliance. Mom couldn't even take metformin consistently. Then my appendix burst. I drove myself to the ER at 3 a.m., called no one until after surgery. When I finally texted the family group chat, the response was, this better not affect Mom's dialysis schedule. Dominic visited just to berate me. Mom came once. Neither asked about my recovery. Neither offered help. That's when I made my decision. I blocked them all, changed my phone number, email, even moved apartments. The flying monkeys came immediately. Aunts, cousins, family friends, all with the same message. Your mother is dying without you. No, she was dying from 40 years of choices I couldn't fix. 6 months of silence. Then I got a letter through my workplace. Mom needed emergency surgery, not transplant related. They needed my insurance information because I'd always handled her coverage. I sent back one line. She should have smiled more. I heard it helps with healing. Dominic found my new address somehow and showed up raging about family obligations. She's your mother, and I was her daughter. Past tense. When did you become so cold? The day you stood in my hospital room and told me my emergency surgery was selfish. He tried arguing, guilt-tripping, even threatening legal action for elder abuse. I just closed the door. Mom's still alive, still on dialysis, still non-compliant with medical advice according to mutual acquaintances. Dominic's still enabling her, now with his own health declining from the stress. Me? I recovered fully from surgery, got promoted. I started dating someone who doesn't think my serious demeanor is a character flaw. Last week, a cousin messaged asking if I'd reconsider. Your mom misses you. She misses having someone to blame for her misery. That's harsh. No, that's accurate. Enough was enough the day they proved my near death meant less than a manicure.